It's very common. They get defensive or they do that passive aggressive thing. They bite back. Well, as fun as it is to blame them, isn't it now? What I find is Hello, Allana Pratt here. I love your question as an intimacy advisor, intimacy expert. This is a common question I get. What do you do when your partner gets defensive? And it's very common. They get defensive or they do that passive aggressive thing. They bite back. Well, as fun as it is to blame them, isn't it now? What I find is self-ownership is always the way. For two reasons. One, because it gives the other the best chance of doing their own work and showing up in a different way. And two, if you do your work and you've given them the space and they still don't change, then you know what you're dealing with, right? So the first way to take ownership when you're noticing your partner is getting defensive is to recognize you're not speaking in a way that's palatable. You're speaking in a way that's eliciting defensiveness. You might be saying you rather than I. Back in Toastmasters, way back, oh my God, it's been so many years now, 20 years ago, I used to live in Manhattan Beach, California, and I attended Toastmasters, and then I became the president of Toastmasters organization in Manhattan Beach, and I learned a lot. For any of you Toastmasters out there, I was the division and district champion speaking. I loved it. I just loved telling stories. And one of the things we learned in Toastmasters was table topics. And you would be asked a question and you'd have to speak instantly and extemporaneously. And even though I should probably go back to Toastmasters because I say a lot and they have an counter, and I have slipped in that. I'm just reminding myself right now. What they taught us with table topics is when you give your feedback, put it in a sandwich. A sandwich means say something that was great, that you're appreciative of, you're grateful for, and then give the constructive criticism and also end on a high, even if it's, I simply look forward to, your next table topic. So when we are dealing with a defensive partner, we probably didn't put it in a sandwich. We probably didn't say something at the beginning like, I love that we're in this together. I love how we grow together. I love our agreement is always to be kind to one another when we express when our heart hurts or when we're frustrated with something. So I want you to know I love you and I'm grateful for you. Whatever, something like this. That was kind of verbose, but you can say, just friggin' I love you. That's even a good sandwich just to start with. Like, look, we're in this together forever and I love you. Okay, something like that. And then the middle of the sandwich, I like to ask for permission. Can I tell you what's on my mind? Can I tell you a truth in my heart? Is this a good time to connect about something that's really been weighing on me? Permission. Again, the first thing opens their heart. The second thing, permission, puts down their walls. Then I, not you, right? I even have a funny way of being taught how to not make it you. When another, and it kind of brings a little humor into it. When another was half an hour late for dinner, right? And then be honest, be vulnerable. I was scared. I was hurt versus I was pissed, because it's really hard not to be defensive when someone's getting angry at you. Okay. So see if you can get underneath the anger. Validated. I'm not saying it's not validated, but I'm saying process it on your own by going for a walk around the block or hitting some pillows or doing any of the quantum psychology processes that I teach my clients and that I've been taught, so that you can come to the sandwich in the communication vulnerably. It goes over so much better. And then the end of the sandwich, toss it over. How do you feel? What are your thoughts? What's true for you? I'd love to hear how this went down for you. What was your experience? And mean it. Don't just say it and not listen. Mean it. And when you do that, they tend to be far less defensive, and they tend to own their shit faster too. Yeah. So that's one way of taking ownership where your partner is getting defensive. Yeah. And the other way I would say owning when your partner is getting defensive is, are you really communicating with the intention of a resolution? Or were you communicating to get them back? Be right. Project your shit onto them. Make them the brunt of your bad day. What was your intention going in? Because I find the underlying source of the energy, and I have a lot of fun coaching. But sometimes I'll say to somebody, say that again, like role play with me, from your head, from your heart, from your other set of lips, I say to the ladies, and they're like, what? And I'm like, play with me. I'm like, from your balls, man, say it from your balls. And you'll just notice that when you speak from different centers, different chakras in your body, the communication's different. And so if this is a touchy matter, definitely source your communication from your heart. Intend heart connection, intend compassion, intend resolution. And maybe even let go of intending resolution, because that even makes you a little bit attached to the outcome. Maybe just seek understanding. That's probably even better, from the heart. I just seek to hear them and to be heard and to connect. And I trust the resolution will come from that, right? So intention is also very important. So many of these communication skills I teach in my Allana Pratt method processes, in our group coaching programs, in our private coaching programs. I teach some of the different processes when we go away on 5-day retreats. We have another one coming up. So if this is of interest to you and it's time for you to do this work, Heartmates is our online curriculum for this. Heartmates.app or my website, allanapratt.com. You can learn more. It's an online curriculum and a live conscious connection call every single week where you practice this kind of communicating. It helps. It works. Couples who grow together stay together. And if you've been having nervousness or fear of rejection around dating, going from 0 to 60 is a big jump. But if you practice with a like-minded community where we're all learning how to become the one, to find the one, which keeps the one, it'll be a wonderful step for you. So that's one resource we have for you. And as I mentioned before, the group coaching, the private coaching, the retreats, the way you learn more about that is to first let us love you and give you value in an intimacy blind spot breakthrough call with my intimacy success advisor, Natalie, which you can register for at allanapratt.com/connect. We're really good at what we do. Don't ask me to cook for you. Don't ask me to do your accounting. I'm not good at that. And don't ask me to cut I was thinking of my cat right there, her nails. She doesn't like it very much, but I still have to do it. I do it gentle, but she doesn't like it. None of those am I very good at. But oh my goodness, supporting you with your intimate relationship with yourself and how that allows your relationships to flourish and your full self-expression to be powerful and liberated and juicy and delicious. That's my genius. So if that resonates and that's what you're ready for, then reach out and let's begin. All my love.